Hello everyone, welcome to another session. Today we are going to discuss about the 78K problem, what invisible work is costing your remote team, and we will see some case studies and also we will find a solution in this session. Are you ready? Let's dive into the session. Here's a number that should wake up every executive managing remote teams. $78,000. That's how much the average 10% remote team loses annually to what we call invisible work. Not wasted time, not inefficiency. Work that happens actually happening but completely invisible to leadership. So, what exactly is invisible work? It is the 2 hours your developer spent troubleshooting a deployment issue that never made into your project tracker. It is the 30-minute kind call your account manager took while commuting. And it is the weekend work your designer did it to hit Monday's deadline. That's no timesheet capture. It's a real work and valuable work, but it's flying completely under your radar. Now you might be thinking this has always been a problem, and you are right. But here is what changed. Remote work has amplified invisible work by 340% compared to traditional in-office teams. Why? Because in office, you see your team working. You notice Sarah staying late. You observe the impromptu problem solving sessions by the coffee machine. You have ambient awareness. Remote work eliminates that ambient awareness. So, what exactly is invisible work? Let's stop talking in abstracts and get concrete. Over the past 18 months, our team analyzed productivity data from 430 companies. We identified 5 distinct categories of work that consistently fly under the radar. Yes, which is fly under the radar. Work that real, necessary, and completely unaccounted for in traditional project management. Category 1. Context switching and tools hopping. Our data shows the average remote team members switches between tools and tasks 33% times per hour. Yes, 33 times per hour. That's every 2.5 minutes. Category 2. Asynchronous communication overhead. Over analysis found that the average knowledge worker spends 18.4 hours per week on async communication that never show up in project tracker tools. Yes, it's true. Category 3. Meeting preparation and follow-up work. Nobody counted this. Yes, our data shows the average meeting requires 47 additional minutes of invisible work. Are you thinking about it, right? Yes. This is the invisible work, my friends. Let me give you a real example from our data. We work with a marketing manager, a mid-sized SaaS company. Her tracked time in a project management tool showed 32 hours of work per week. Yes, it's showing 32 hours. Standard full time. But when we analyzed her actual activity data, including all 5 categories of invisible work, her real effort was 46 hours weekly. That's 14 hours of invisible work every single week. 36% of her actual workload was completely unaccounted for. She was not lazy. She was not inefficient. She was drowning in invisible work, and nobody, including her manager, knew it. Now let's talk about where this invisible work is actually hiding. Our team spent 6 months analyzing 2.4 million workers across 127 countries, 18 industries, and teams ranging from 5 people to 500. We were not looking for general patterns. We wanted specifics. What time of the day does invisible work happens? Which roles get it hardest? And which industries are bleeding the most productivity? Here's finding number one, and it surprised even us. 67% of invisible work happens during the first and last hour of the workday. Think about that. Your team starts the day catching up on messages, clarifying yesterday's questions, and figuring out what actually needs to be happen today. Then at the end of the day, they are documenting decisions, sending follow-up emails, and preparing hands-off for tomorrow's. None of this shows up in project trackers or time logs, but it's happening every single day. Am I correct? Yes, you got the point. You're on track now. Finding number two, middle managers are drowning in invisible work at 2.3 times the rate individual contributors. We tracked a mid-sized SaaS company with 43 employees. Their engineering manager was spending 11 hours per week on what we call context switching overhead and answering the questions, unblocking the team members, translating between departments. Meanwhile, the engineers on her team averaged 4.7 hours of the same type of work. That's a massive disparity, and it explains why so many managers feel like they never get their own work done. The industry breakdown tells an even more interesting story. Technology and software teams average 15.8 hours of invisible work per month. Yes, they will do the invisible work of 15.8 hours. Professional services comes in at 13.2 hours. Any guesses for healthcare? I'll tell. But healthcare administration 16.4 hours monthly. The complexity of compliance, documentation requirements, and cross-functional coordinations creates a perfect storm for invisible work. And here is the part that keeps compounding. Invisible work creates more invisible work. When someone doesn't document a decision, 3 other people have to stop and ask about it later. When a hands-off is not clear, the receiving team spends hours figuring out context. When follow-ups doesn't happen, projects stalls and everyone wastes times in meetings trying to get back on track. We tracked one marketing team where a single unclear project brief generated 17 hours of collective clarification time across 6 team members over 2 weeks. So here the question that's probably on your mind. If invisible work is this massive, why haven't we seen it before? Yes, the answer is simpler than you think. We have been using the wrong measuring tools. Yes, we are using wrong measuring tools. That's the reason we didn't see it. So let's start with the project management tools. Asana, Monday, Jira, they are excellent platforms. But here is what they don't tell you is only 34% of actual work gets logged as tasks. That means 2/3 of what your team does every day never makes it into your project management system. Studies on self-reported time tracking shows a 41% error rate, and the average remote teams uses 9.4 different tools daily. When we analyze actual work patterns, we found 18% of productive work was happening in none of these systems. So this is what we call the invisibility paradox. The more distributed your team becomes, the less you can see what they are actually doing. You can't manage what you can't measure. And right now, most organizations are managing blind. So, what's the solution? The real question is, how do we close this measuring gap? So, if traditional measurement creates more problems than it solves, what's the alternative? We need a fundamental different approach which gives you completely visibility without creating busy work, that captures reality automatically, not through manual reporting. Let me walk you through the 3 core principles that makes this possible. Principle 1: automatic activity capture across all applications and workflows. The moment someone opens their laptop, the system tracks which application they are using, which projects they are working on, and how time flows between the different tasks. No timer to start, no forms to fill out. Principle 2: AI powered categorization that distinguishes productive work from distraction. Principle 3: privacy first design. We track activity patterns, not content. The system knows you spent 45 minutes in Google Docs. It doesn't know what you wrote. We are GDPR compliant and HIPAA compliant, SOC 2 and ISO 27001 certified. TimeChamp unifies 5 plus separate tools into one platform. Time tracking, productive analytics, project monitoring, attendance management, and screenshot proof for compliance. Most companies are paying for these as a separate subscriptions. Forcing their teams to jump between different dashboards, different datasets that never quite align. We analyzed data from the 18.7 companies who switched from multi-tool setup to our unified platform. On average, they recovered 12 to 15 hours per team member. Per month. That's nearly 2 full working days that were previously lost to tool switching, duplicate data entry, and reconciling conflicting reports. Now, I know that some of you are thinking, this sounds great in theory, but it doesn't actually work in practice. Am I correct? Yes. Let me show you what happened when a real company made invisible work visible. It's possible, my friends. I will show you the real example. First case. An 85% software development company in Austin, they were consistently missing project deadlines. Management thought it was a capacity problem and were about to approve budgets for the 3 new hires. But when they implemented workforce intelligence tracking, they discovered something completely different. But here's what really validates this approach: the aggregate data. Across our 1200 plus companies in 127 countries, we see consistent patterns. Average productivity growth of 56% after implementing the workforce intelligence tools. after implementing workforce intelligence tools. Not because of people's work harder, because invisible work becomes visible, valued, and optimized. Became visible, valued, and optimized. And here is an unexpected benefit we didn't anticipate. A 34% reduction in employment burnout reports when individual work becomes visible and valued. And here is an unexpected benefit we didn't anticipate. A 34% reduction in employment burnout rate when burnout reports when invisible work becomes visible and valued. Visible and valued. When people feel seen for all the work they do, not just the visible outputs, engagement transforms. All right, you have seen the problem, you have seen the proof. Now let's talk about exactly how to implement this in your organization. I am going to give you a concrete 30 days plan that you can start today itself. This is not theory. This is the exact framework we have seen work at over 300 companies in the past year alone. So let's bring this full circle. We started with a $78,000 problem. That's what invisible work costs the average 10% remote team every single year. Here is the reality. Every month you operate without visibility costs your team $6,500 in lost productivity. But here is what makes this exciting. This problem is completely solvable. TimeChamp gives you one unified platform that replaces 5 or more standalone tools. 1,200 companies across 127 countries are already doing this. They are seeing 56% productivity growth on an average, 40% fewer project delays. So here is your next step. Start a 14 days free trial, because here is the truth. Your team is already doing the work. The question is, are you making sure it counts? Go to timechamp.io and book a demo session and start your free trial today itself. Make visible work visible. Make invisible work visible. Go to timechamp.io/trial and make invisible work visible starting today. Thank you. See you again.